E aí, aqui é o Ditto. Hoje é dia de começarmos uma nova saga aqui no canal, uma nova série, Assassin's Creed 3, que é o quinto jogo da saga, excluindo os de celular e portáteis. Isso é confuso, mas vamos lá. Um jogador, criar um novo, pode ser Desmond mesmo, por que não?
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up, or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be. When it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Uou, isso foi bem da hora, hein? Basicamente, se você não lembra, o lançamento desse jogo foi justamente isso aí.
We're here.
Vocês lembram dessas profecias do fim do mundo lá em 2012? Vocês estavam nascidos em 2012? É uma dúvida sincera. Deixa aqui nos comentários.
Let's go.
E começou. Vamos lá. A gente tá entrando numa caverna, que é aquela caverna que foi mostrada pra gente no final do jogo anterior. Não é difícil de lembrar, né? O vídeo saiu quando? Na sexta? Acho que foi na sexta. Desmond perdeu uns quilos, né? Do jogo anterior pra esse. Tá menos bochechudo.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Poético, chão, poético. Alice no País das Maravilhas, gente. Ok. Onde eu tenho que ir? Aqui? Já liberou pra gente correr, isso é muito bom.
I think we're here.
Você acha? Eita, nós. Deu bem meu negócio. Como é que os outros vão descer? Eles vão... Não, eu tô curioso. Mostra aí. Duvido que vai mostrar. Não deve mostrar. Vamos admirar isso aqui então. Olha, eles ainda vão ter que pular aquilo com aquelas caixas. Ih, alguém derrubou aqui um cubo. As visões já.
Key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir.
Cara, essa foi foda, essa transição, hein?
Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software
Deu uma
update
mudada
for the
no
Animus.
gráfico, hein?
I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
O cabelinho não tava
Alright. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple.
bidimensional.
Walk to the marker over there.
Tá. Espaço anda um pouquinho mais rápido. Aqui corre. Olha só, não precisa mais da barra de espaço pra ficar escalando as paradas.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Ok, por enquanto tá tudo certo. Nossa, a escalada tá bem mais rápida, hein? Oh, não preciso mais das garrinhas também pra fazer esses saltos. Muito bom. Olha isso, tá bem mais dinâmico, coisa linda.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Tem que equipar a arma certa? Como é que eu faço pra... Ah, eu matei no socão. Bom saber.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Ah, ainda precisa do espaço pra saltar. Nossa, o efeito de partícula tá da hora. Apesar de provavelmente ser uma textura, né? E não necessariamente partículas voando, porque a gente tá falando o quê? Da geração do 360, Play 3. Partículas demais.
Synchronization levels are good now.
Eita,
We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
olha... Nossa, que sensacional. Olha tudo se formando. Isso tá muito bonito, gente. Que isso? Nem parece um jogo do ano que é.
Sir, everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Nossa. Ah, letra E agora?
Invitation, please.
Toque minha invitação.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
Ah, a carta tá dentro do chapéu. Não tinha visto. Tá. Aqui eu posso andar rápido.
Gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Eu tô com pressa. Libera logo aí pra eu achar meu lugar.
Good evening,
Nossa,
sir.
olha quanto
This
NPC
way,
na
please.
tela. Aqui? Obrigado. Licença, tô
My
passando.
apologies.
Evening, Haytham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Tá, ainda é o V.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. We'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too, he acts
I already have.
both against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by 'em.
Ok.
Sir, Black Mall had sent word of trial comes on in the afternoon. And she hopes
1,000
all the
pardons.
matters so as
So
to
sorry.
bring off.
My apologies.
We may satisfy that
Ai, ai.
evidence.
Tom Gates is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before,
Ok.
I told him what would come to if
Tô
we
livre
got
pra
men down.
fazer minhas corridas.
This is death without
Gente,
reprieve.
eu tô muito baixo aqui. Sério que ninguém tá reparando que tem um cara aqui. Eita, deixar vocês a sós aí.
Betty have brought more goods into our loft here than any 5 of the gang. And in truth, it is a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her on, she may is a common course of
Tem que ser
business.
por aqui ainda.
I love to let evidence stay. A good sportsman always lets the end fall.
Nossa, tá muito mais ágil. Eu tô impressionado. Ah. que mover pro lado. Agora pra cima ou pra baixo. Não pareceu difícil não. Talvez fique mais difícil mais pra frente. Foi mal, gente. Não era a pessoa que ia entrar na peça ainda, mas... improvisa. Teatro é pra isso. Nossa, primeiro... agora vem a lua. Ah, não. Estão atrapalhando a peça demais.
Haytham, you should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Nossa, a cara de pânico da criança. Nossa, que jogo de câmera, tipo... bem vilanesco isso aí, né? Senhoras. Acho que aquelas mulheres viram o cara morto. Eita! Licença, gente. No espaço eu dou empurrão nas pessoas. Bom saber. Licença. Acho que na atual situação a gente ter estragado a peça com aqueles cenários é o menor dos problemas. Licença. Gente, é só sair com calma. Não precisa de pânico. Até parece que vocês não se garantem. Licença, licença. Olha o cenário ali fora se construindo também.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating.
Cheio das transições boas esse jogo, que
I hold
isso?
in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fair your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Haytham, and bring honor to us all.
Desempenho mortal. Isso já é a sequência inteira? Eu acho que não. Caramba, que salto do jogo anterior pra esse, hein? Nem parece que foi só um. Olha que água bonita. Claro, os padrões de hoje já não é tudo isso, mas...
Some fresh air might do me good.
Ir até o convés superior. Licença. Aqui tá fechado. Onde que eu... Aqui eu subo.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Tá. E agora o botão pra parar. Basta manter segurado. Beleza. Vem cá, vem cá. Não, né?
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, man. Call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side do you on, anyway?
Contra-ataque é letal.
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Que agora é luta livre. Oh.
Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
Tá. Vem com a faquinha.
What's the meaning of this?
Captain!
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife, pal.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive.
Great,
well,
just great.
What will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Think.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
Ok. Agora aqui tá aberto. Todo mundo trabalhando bonitinho. É bom mesmo, hein? Esses 28 dias de viagem, esse climão todo, parece Big Brother.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Ok. Dá pra dar uma corridinha aqui no convés.
Quiet! Here it comes. Make like you're work.
Aí aqui.
You there. I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Tá. Quem que a gente fala primeiro? Aqui é quem? Você é o doutor?
Doctor, if you have a moment.
Have you taken him?
Oh, nothing like that. I was wondering if you'd heard any rumblings of trouble aboard.
What sort of trouble?
Unusual complaints or grievances? Men taking issue with the captain or
You
the
sound
passengers?
just like James. Like I told him, I've been much too busy with my research to notice anything not work-related.
And where might I find James?
The galley's your best bet. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Nossa. Todo mundo é muito educado aqui.
Are you James?
Aye.
Haytham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Ok.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
Muito mistério. Bora pro convés inferior.
He's got our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine. We're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
Rapaz, mais 5 dias naquela. Será que eu devo dormir mesmo?
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks.
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin. Or do I need to have you escorted?
Não deve ser difícil fazer isso, é só apertar 2 botões aí e o negócio já faz.
Haytham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Era o cara responsável pelo motim. Eu quase cogitei colocar você como aliado. E agora já era.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right. All right.
Olha essas imagens, coisa bonita que tá esse jogo.
We need those ropes secured.
Espero, conforme a saga for avançando aqui, que eu não fique xingando esse jogo, não, igual foram os anteriores. Reclamando de bug de câmera, de movimentação, coisa assim. Nossa, o tamanho da onda. Ok, ele começou a se movimentar pra onde eu não queria, mas eu ainda tô apertando os botões do jogo anterior, então vou dar esse desconto. Aí aqui, achei que ia ter que escalar. Por isso aqui.
We need more speed. Loose the sails. Haytham, you take the foremast. That's a Jade. To the mainmast with you.
Tá. Agora eu tenho que subir. Tá, como é que eu chego ali? Ah, era só pular mesmo. Acho que alguém tem que salvar aquele cara. Nossa, tem até tempo pra isso.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Droga, perdi o chapéu. Enxergou isso com a visão de águia, ia ser bem impossível. Nossa, 72 dias. Caramba. Entendi. Ele tá escutando barulho de gaivota.
Make ready for our arrival, men.
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Você foi meio inocente nessa, cara, na boa. Até eu já tinha entendido isso. Essas gaivotas tudo não vieram com o barco. Olha a tensão, olha que construção boa de cena, hein? Rapaz, a Ubisoft tá de parabéns. Esse começo de jogo aqui tá magnífico. Olha isso, não deixa a gente ver. E de repente... Minha Nossa Senhora, sequência 1, viagem ao novo mundo. Eu quis deixar esse finalzinho da música aí pra gente curtir, mas aqui já que a gente tá terminando uma sequência, eu vou ir terminando por aqui também. Não esqueça de deixar o like, se possível comentar. Se gostou e não tá no canal, se inscreva. A gente continua daqui no próximo episódio. Valeu, falou e até mais.